It was hard work, not handouts. I built it with blistered hands, with nights I didn't sleep, with days that almost broke me, but I still showed up. People talk about luck, but luck never did the work for me. This wasn't given, this was earned.
And you know, it's gonna be crazy when I make it. All the time, all the tears I've put into the craft. I can't wait. And it's happening, I know it's happening. I can feel it right now, it's gonna happen. I can feel it.
I said the first thing that you gotta do to figure out your purpose is find out your why. You gotta find out why you're doing this. When you figure out why you're doing this, for one, it gives you drive. But for two, it gives you more sentiment. And when you sit down and ponder that sentiment, your purpose will be shown right in front of you. You don't go out and find your purpose comes and finds you. You know, a lot of you guys overthink purpose in life.
Productivity comes from all the things that you choose not to do. I see commitment as the elimination of alternatives, which is very similar to focus. If you think of the hypothetical extreme of focus, is that somebody does literally nothing but one thing. So they don't eat, they don't sleep, they would eventually die, but they would be 100% focused during the time that they were alive, right? But the most focused person does the fewest things outside of the thing they're focused on.
Sometimes it's good to be alone. It gives you a chance to reflect on where you've been. See, the truth is, the brain doesn't know the difference between what you imagine to have happened and what actually happens to you. So as you're trying to build a better tomorrow, it's important to go into the future and see the person you want to be and the work that it's going to take for you to be that person.
Bro, the only way to handle fear in this life is to face it. The second that you feed into it and allow it to control you is the second that you make it 1,000 times worse, because you start to project onto it all kinds of dangers and threats that don't exist in it at all. Stop feeding your fears, face them. That feeling of fear is actually a compass and it's there to guide you, to push you in the right direction. Run towards the fear, bro. Trust me, it will serve you well.
You don't like what you see in the mirror because you know you're a sellout. Somebody paid you enough money to give up on your dreams.
Everyone tells you what to do and what's good for you. They don't want you to find your own answers. They want you to believe theirs.
And let me guess, you want me to believe yours?
No. I want you to stop gathering information from outside yourself and start gathering it from the inside. People are afraid of what's inside. And that's the only place they're ever gonna find what they need.
Where to fight. Boys are doing all that you can do. Anybody can see that. Win or lose, we're gonna walk out of this stadium tonight with our heads held high. Do your best. That's all anybody can ask for.
When I was a kid, my father put me in boxing camp. Middle of summer, 90 degrees. Every day, after sparring in that, they'd make you do 100 laps and 50 pull-ups. They'd push you until you either threw up or passed out or both. Anyone could leave at any point. All you had to do was quit. And let me guess, you didn't quit. I quit every goddamn day. I just never said it out loud. Because no way was I gonna give them the satisfaction of breaking me.
Know all that stuff that you're avoiding, all the problems you don't want to fix, the conversations you don't want to have, that is why you are not where you want to be. Everything you want is on the other side of the shit you are avoiding. The body you want is on the other side of a whole lot of days spent in the gym that you just don't want to spend. The problem isn't not knowing what to do, the problem is doing it. That is the separating factor. All the people you want to be, they are doers. You, on the other hand, you're a wanter, a wisher, a dreamer, a thinker, a talker. And those people don't get shit. So until you start doing some doing, nothing's gonna change.
You love this game. I mean, love it with your whole heart. Because if you don't, let's not even bother. Let's not open that door. They're just gonna slam it right in our face. I love this game. I live this game. There's 1,000 other guys waiting in the wings who are obsessed with this game. Obsession is gonna beat talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about? Let's face it, it's you against you out there.
The chronic excuse maker. How do you stop making excuses? This is actually pretty simple. And I said it the other day, and you have to realize, you have to know, you have to accept that all your excuses are lies. They are lies, all of them. Think about the things that you tell yourself, the lies you use to rationalize taking the easy road. Taking the easy road and leaving discipline behind. Think about them. You don't have time. That's a lie. You don't have support. That's a lie. And you're too tired, or you're too sore, or you're just plain not feeling it. Lies, lies, lies. And the list goes on and on and on. And it doesn't stop if you don't make it stop.
What is my life going to look like if I do not do what it is I know I need to do? And the answer is going to be frustration, disappointment, regret, and bitterness over the course of your life. So you have to understand, if you don't go do what it is that you know you're supposed to do, and you don't become what it is you know you can become, eventually you're going to come to a point in life where you're pissed off and you won't have the time back to go back and redo it.
Sometimes life can really hijack your mind. When that happens to you, you're all f***ed up. Your goals, your ambitions, everything is out the window. In life, we all go through different things. Sometimes your girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with you. Guess what? Get the f*** over it. They no longer want you. Maybe you failed a test in school. You worked your ass off. Guess what? You failed the test. Get over it. Move past it. Learn to not let life hijack your brain. At work, you've been working your ass off for that new promotion. You don't get it. Someone else does. Maybe they kiss better ass than you do. Guess what? Get over it. Life will hijack your mind if you let it. Don't allow all these things to make you a lesser person. You must own your mind. Don't let life own yours. Get after it, stay hard.
Sit on your bed one day and ask yourself, what remarkably stupid things am I doing on a regular basis to absolutely screw up my life? And if you actually ask that question, but you have to want to know the answer, right? Because that's actually what asking the question means. It doesn't mean just mouthing the words. It means you have to decide that you want to know. You'll figure that's out so fast it'll make your hair curl. What would happen if you consulted yourself about the best possible outcome for you? You might get an answer.
There's a voice that guides you through life. But sometimes it's guiding you in a direction that you don't want to go. That's usually the right place to go. It's that uncomfortable place. So that voice is always talking to me, but we don't listen to it. I listen to it.
All right. I know your manager dying had you all messed up inside. But the truth is, you didn't look hungry. Now, when we fought, you had that eye of the tiger, man, the edge. And now you gotta get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean? Maybe we could win it back together.
Eye of the tiger, man.
You got a choice. You got talent. You got a chance, and I want to hear about your environment, what your mama didn't get. Got a chance. Use it while you're still alive. You don't know what death is. You have no idea what death is.
You must commit yourself to excellence. You must commit yourself to becoming the best. And the wonderful thing is that excellence is a journey. It's not a destination. You never get there.
The more I develop, the more I learn about myself, the more I realize how much we're burdened by the things we carry from our past. And in saying that, I mean that if you keep carrying old bricks, you'll build the same house. If you keep carrying the past with you, if you keep taking who you used to be, that anxiety of the past, that anxiety of your previous self, you'll continue to keep being that person. And I don't say that just to say that you should just let
Let go of your past self. It's not about letting go. It's not about disregarding. It's not about getting rid. I think we need to get that out of our mentality because in all aspects of ourselves, I don't think we get rid of anything. I think we change it. It's about renovation, not disregarding.
A warrior does not give up what he loves, Dan. He finds the love in what he does.
Look at me. Look at me.
I have a metal rod in my leg.
A warrior's not about perfection, or victory, or invulnerability. He's about absolute vulnerability. That's the only true courage.
What kind of training do you think I could do? I just had an accident. The accident is your training. Life is choice.
You can choose to be a victim or anything else you'd like to be.
Just ignore what happened to me.
A warrior acts, only a fool reacts.
What if I can't do it?
That's the future. Throw it out.
Well, how would we start?
There is no starting or stopping. Only doing.
Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into Dake's submission. Be on the watch. There are ways out. There's light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on the watch. The gods will offer you chances. Know them. Take them. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods wait to delight in you.
Trying to get to this next level without, as my brother says, without the next level finding us. You know, it's like life is peaks and valleys. And some people think some people explain that as good times, bad times, but I actually think it's learning or let's say learning mastership, okay? Or study mastership. I went from the top of one mountain. I'd mastered something. I'd mastered something and people appreciated it. But you know, once you're on the top of that mountain, you have to go this way. And that's what you stay stuck on top of one hill, one mountain, when, you know, God's intention is that we study and master a bunch of different things.
I thought that being an adult was going to be easier than it is. I think I thought it was going to work like this. You know, you work hard, you tell the truth, your aim is true, and you slowly build and get better and better and better. It doesn't work on some slow, gradual ascent where every decision makes sense. You know, it was turning into much more of a slog where sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes twisted. Sometimes what you thought was a failure turned into success. Sometimes what you thought was a success turned into a failure. Right. And we live in a society where everybody's just saying, well, are you making more money? Are you getting more success? I mean, what are you doing? And here I was in this trouble of judging where I was at in my life. And here I met this 87-year-old guy who was seeming so happy. He wasn't eating himself alive with bitterness or greed or ambition or breaking his arm, patting himself on the back. And I was immediately fascinated, you know, that he had this thing that he basically had come to feel that blind pursuit of success at his profession was detrimental to his development as a man.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but do not set a goal for 2025 if you cannot answer yes to 3 of these 5 questions. Question 1. Am I actually prepared for the guaranteed discomfort that comes with success, or am I deceiving myself? 2. Am I ready to work on this goal like it's my last chance? 3. Am I ready to cut off that stupid thing I do every day that's taking me further from this goal? 4. Am I willing to ignore distractions to make this happen? And finally, am I willing to embrace failure as part of success? So, how many yeses did you get?
There's this moment in Avatar where Uncle Iroh says,
sometimes life is like this dark tunnel. You can't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but if you just keep moving, you will come to a better place.
And that's the key. Movement. Yet most people don't embrace it. Think about it. How much time have you spent this year trying to figure things out?
cooking up the perfect strategy, gathering endless knowledge, watching tutorial after tutorial. And how much have you actually accomplished? Nothing, right? Because change does not happen through planning. It happens through action. Here's the truth. You don't need to see the whole path. You simply need to take the first step. Take action, collect data, then use that data to adjust. The more you act, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you grow. Like Iro said, you can't always see the light, but you will find it if you keep moving. Master change by starting with action. Don't let perfection hold you back. The life you want is waiting for you. It's time to go after it.
The journey. Journey is what brings us happiness, not the destination.
Believe in yourself and don't rely on anybody to believe in you. Don't rely on anybody to push you or make you better. Believe in yourself and only yourself, and allow that human being to make you a better person.
You only need two things in this life: clarity on your goals and an unwavering commitment to make them a reality. Show yourself that you're capable of doing something that's worth doing. Push your limits and improve fundamental aspects about who you are. Build something meaningful. Live a life that makes you proud. Most people never make any progress because they spend too much time learning and not enough time taking action. Show them you're different. Be so consistent that people think you're crazy, and watch how your life will change.
In order to achieve the future you aspire, you must be willing to walk away from the present that you desire. I cannot achieve the future I aspire to unless I'm willing to give up the things that I desire right now.
You are responsible for the things that happen in your life. You're the agent of what is good and what is bad. And when something bad happens to you, your natural tendency will be to look out in the world and blame this person, blame your mother, your father, your wife, your boss. But in fact, there's always a kernel of yourself that is to blame for what happened.
I may not understand the situation that I'm going through, but it's not my job to understand it. It's my job to embrace it. There is a big difference. I think a lot of people fall into the trap of always trying to understand what's happening to them instead of just embracing it, right? Because when you try to understand things that are not meant for you to understand, that's where a lot of unease comes from. That's where a lot of suffering comes from. But when you just shift into the mindset of, I'm going to embrace everything that comes into my life with an open mind, an open heart, a positive perspective, then you can really extract the lessons and the wisdom and the growth from that situation.
If you will change, everything will change for you. Wow, I took that to heart. And sure enough, the more I changed for the better, the more I changed from having a poor day to a good day, from lack of discipline to discipline. The more my life changed, my income changed, everything changed.
It's scary because it's unfamiliar, not because you're incapable. All the worry, all the nervousness, the concern, it means that you care in ways that you never have before. And if you care, then it's worth following through. Don't shy away from the challenge, don't play small. Lean into the growing pains and give yourself grace as you become someone who's done things that you've never done before.
Yes to the adventure. Like, life is an adventure. Say yes to the adventure. And then the adventure might be, you know, I'm going to take the path least traveled. The adventure might be, I'm going to quit my safe job and go do this thing that I've been meaning to do and wanting to do, that I've been called to do, that I feel like I have a duty to do. Because life is a journey. It's an adventure. It's an experience. And if you want to grow old and have stories to tell and experiences to share and wisdom to bestow onto others, it's not just a matter of age. Because someone who gets old but has played it safe has no wisdom, has no stories. And so I say yes to the adventure.
My definition of happiness is really getting up every day, going from thing to thing to thing that you absolutely enjoy and get energy from, right? And that is easier said than done because it requires you to spend a lot of time understanding you, understanding the things that are taking energy from you, and then putting in the time and effort to evolve or change them so that they deliver energy rather than pull from you. But it's really, truly where you're going to find true happiness.
So many people say they want a big life, but very few people are willing to do the work that it actually takes to get there, to build the skill. I just became rather fascinated by that. Anybody want to know what is it? Yeah, it's this thing called fortitude. It's when you have courage to make the call that could change it all, to show up big, and resilience to make it happen. It's a next level of your emotional mastery.
Something shows up in your lifetime and you are ignoring it, you are avoiding it, you're trying to run away from it, and you face it. You face the anger, you face the fear, you face the jealousy, you face the pain, you face what you don't like, you face the fact that you're out of your comfort zone. Why? Because you know that once you have overcome it and find a solution for it, it's solved for this lifetime.
If you tell your friend tomorrow, 9 a.m., I'm gonna meet you at the gym, you're gonna be at the gym at 9 a.m. Just because you don't wanna let him down. But if you tell yourself tomorrow at 9 a.m., I'm gonna be at the gym, you're not gonna show up, you're gonna be late. Why? Because it's you.
It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem.
Successful people are the opposite of what most people are. Most people, they believe they gotta know everything before they go. Successful people understand that they will learn along the way. And so you have to realign your mindset. You have to be willing to step outside into an area you might not be an expert at. Take the initiative to start learning what it takes to be an expert at that. And then eventually you will make enough mistakes, you will do enough good things, you'll never become an expert, you'll never become a high earner, you'll never become one of these people that kicks ass by waiting to learn more information.
The great gatekeeper of your happiness is your mind. In being aware of what you are thinking at all times and how your mind reacts, in being able to have thoughts and then step back and think about, why did I have that thought? What is your mind doing? That is the next level of awareness that then now you begin to be aware of all aspects of your entire existence.
Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of you doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all of the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing. And I love this insight that you can dress it up however you want. The work just needs doing.
You have to sacrifice.
Greater the sacrifice, greater the reward. This is so true. So once you find yourself, you will find your creativity and you will find the true purpose. But first, you have to be willing to go through these sacrifices.
I'm gonna say this loud enough for the people in the back. You know when your life's gonna change? When you stop pressing rewind on the things that need to be deleted from your life. When you stop hanging on to the things that you know you need to let go of. Let me tell you this, moving on isn't always about knowing where you're going. It's about knowing where you're no longer stand and what you refuse to go back to.
You keep saying to yourself, I'm not ready to do that yet. If so, I want you to ask yourself, what would make you feel ready? Is there actually something specific that would help you to feel more prepared to do the thing that you need to do? Or are you waiting for something that's impossible? Are you waiting to be sure that you'll never make a mistake, that everyone will like what you do, that you won't experience uncomfortable emotions? So you're waiting for something that's impossible. I want you to ask yourself, how long am I willing to wait before I accept that this will never happen, and then I'm gonna do it anyways?
No matter how hard you try, you're not gonna be liked by everyone. So just be you. If they like you, great. If they don't, even better. Embrace your uniqueness. It's your greatest strength. Because the only person you need to be in order to live your best life is yourself. And that's it.
How happy are you? Well, it's your quality of life minus envy. That's how happy you are. And it's easy to look at everyone else and how they're doing and not take pleasure in what you have. You can't have an easy life and a great character. It's not the pursuit of happiness. It's the happiness of the pursuit, the journey or the destination. It's who you become on the journey.
Like, we're all gonna go through a transitional period at one point or another in our lives, right? But the word that comes to mind when I hear transition is uncertainty, right? Uncertainty, transition, uncertainty. Faith functions best in moments of uncertainty, right? Faith functions best in moments of uncertainty.
Official. We are already halfway through 2024, and I know it feels like, but nonetheless, the question you have to ask yourself is, what have you accomplished so far? Have you made any progress towards the goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year? Do you even remember them? Here's a cold hard truth. If you can't point out at least 3 concrete actions you've taken to accomplish your goals in 2024, I'm sorry to tell you, but you've most likely wasted the first 6 months of the year.
I mean, just sitting around dreaming, someday I'm gonna get a different job. Someday I'm gonna change this. Well, someday ain't a day of the week. You know, we don't leap tall buildings in a single bound. We take it a floor at a time.
It's yours. It's yours to drive. Get up in the morning, write down what you're gonna do in a day. Be happy on your way to your job, even if you don't like it. You gotta be happy on your way to happy. Don't think you're gonna get there and be happy. You carry yourself with you.
Go do something. Do the best thing that you can think of. Put the best plan you have into practice. It's not gonna be perfect, and it will change along the way. But it will change partly because you become disciplined pursuing the path. And as you become disciplined, you become wiser. And as you become wiser, you become able to formulate better and better plans.
85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
You have to make mistakes. You've been there, you feel it, you understand what it is, and then you have that time to adjust. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
Are born into greatness, and all too often we get resigned into mediocrity because of the toxic information around us. And maybe it's the people around us, and maybe it's the information that we consume. Feeding your fire is the process and the habit of consistently only allowing the most useful information into your orbit. Feeding your fire is a protection mechanism or an idea, which is you can't inspire people if you yourself are de-inspired. Feeding your fire is all about doing whatever it takes on a daily basis, because your days are your life in miniature, and as you live each day, so you handcraft your life.
At the end of every day, you look yourself in the mirror and you ask yourself, did I get better today? If the answer is yes, and you do that for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, how much better are you gonna be? Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
A few simple
disciplines practiced every day. Eliminate the errors and replace it with disciplines practiced. I'm telling you, you can start this process of life change immediately. After today, you don't ever have to be the same again, only by choice.
Many times people want to rush, they want to accelerate the journey, but they don't understand that the journey is lifelong. There is no end goal, there is no end destination. You are in this journey from the moment you were born until you die. Today is just another brick that you're laying to build your ideal house.
We have a choice to accept life as it is or be an active force for good, to decide, I don't want to just survive. This is not me. What it takes to survive and what it takes to live, those are two totally different things. Do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have.
Where you are now is just a reflection of your past thoughts, your past thinking. So if you want to change your future, you got to change your thoughts now and then put them into action ultimately.
You have to go through the fire first. You have to experience the full fall into complete self-loathing in order to come around to something like the forgiving of oneself. It's when you skip responsibility, when you use a substitute emotion like guilt, which is of no use to anyone. But if you feel the real thing, which is shame, hatred, humiliation, and self-loathing, that is the door. And if you get through that, then you can forgive yourself.
You can never lose faith. That's the key. You have to believe in something that you can't see. You have to believe when you don't see no way how.
You have to stop. You have to stop giving in to every little short-term impulse that enters your brain. You have to stop giving in to whatever feels good in the moment. You are going down an empty road, and the further you go down that road, the more you try to satisfy that appetite, the appetite just grows. It can never be satisfied. So long as you try to satisfy your carnal desires and your short-term impulses, you are going to live a life of suffering. But if you choose to suffer up front, you pay in full now, you are going to become somebody that you are proud of. You are going to become somebody that you respect. And that feeling is so much more satisfying and so much longer lasting than any other form of cheap dopamine that you're chasing after. Walk away from that path now because it is leading you absolutely nowhere.
Your back is against the wall. And every single one of you can relate to this because this is what's difficult about failure. The disappointment is on you. It is your fault. And you go through failure alone. Failure gives you two choices. You stay down or you get up. All of you understand the disappointment of failure. And I can stay down or I can get my ass up, and I'm in the getting up business.
Someday it's gonna be your last day. It's gonna be our last day. So I'm gonna live every day as if it's my last day and do stuff that I always wanted to do because I don't want to go, oh man, I'm dying tomorrow, I'm dying now, and I missed it. I don't want to think about what I could have, should have done. I want to do it now, and I don't care about talent. I just care about doing it now because I want it. I want to do it, and it's within me.
I think you know what you're supposed to do. Deep down inside, I think everybody does. A lot of people just don't go after it. You know, and like most people start out, they say, I want to be a this, but I'm going to get that to make sure I have something to fall back on. And what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure because you're going, there's a possibility that I'm going to fall back. And when you put that out there, then you fall back. But if you just say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you go do it, you usually get your stuff the way you want it, man.
You know, courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day whispering, I will try again tomorrow. The journey towards your dreams starts with the courage to begin, to take that first step, despite the uncertainty that lies ahead. It's about acknowledging your fears, and at the same time, not letting them hold you back. Every great achievement began with the decision to try, to step into the unknown. The path may not always be clear, and the destination may seem distant, yet every step you take is a victory. It's a testament to your strength, your resilience. Remember, the only impossible journey is the one you never begin. So muster your courage, take that first step, and watch as the path unfolds before you.
It's okay to be a little lost. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be a little bit confused. It is okay. You know, stop beating yourself up so much about it. Stop feeling like you need to be there or with this person or at that point in life, or you need to have what they have. Just take a step back, take a breath, and just be where your feet are. It is okay. It is just a season in your life. It's just a period in your journey. It's not going to last forever.
When you die, you'll be dead for a very long time. Also, I don't know if you know this, you were not born for a very long time. Even though life is long, it's also, if you take a step up, very short. The concept of not squeezing the shit out of it, from a happiness standpoint, from a trying standpoint, from an ambitious standpoint, is ludicrous to me.
You know for a fucking fact, in your mind, yeah, I should probably be doing it. And then you don't do it. I mean, you just cheat yourself. If you got something that you want, what is stopping you from getting it? You got to realize that you're in complete control, right? You're behind the wheel every fucking day.
You have to learn to do things you hate in order to do the things you love. No payoffs come without sacrifice. Imagine how much further you'd be if you did things even when you didn't feel like doing them. People think there's some complex formula to winning, when the most basic one is do what you said you were going to do before it became inconvenient.
Practice, 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 and do not accept failure. Maybe it shouldn't be repetition. Maybe the answer should be persistence. Because we all repeat something, but very few of us really will persist. Get out there. Do what you want to. Do not accept no.
If you love what you do and it's making you happy, all the hard work and perseverance will pay off. I once had a guidance counselor tell me that I shouldn't play basketball, that it would never amount to anything for me. His negativity towards me made me stronger. You can't stop people from trying to limit your dreams, but you can stop it from becoming a reality. Your dreams are up to you.
The more you value comfort, the less you value progress. Discomfort is a necessity for fulfillment. We are made to face challenges, to set goals and conquer them, and to build great things. Realize that the resistance in your mind is the only thing that makes things hard. So embrace the difficulty, because that's where you'll find your true purpose.
I can't do that. The human brain cannot comprehend the negative. It is incapable.
Yes, it's true. Can't tell the human brain not to do something, right? And so what happens is we very often reinforce things when we put things in the negatives. It's the same thing for you. If you focus on the obstacles, all you will see is obstacles. If you focus on the path through the trees, all you will see is path through the trees.
I feel like where there's tests, there's growth, right? You can't grow without tests, right? So we don't resist them. We don't run from them. We don't retreat. We fight, we navigate, and we find a way through it in order for us to grow and become the individuals that we feel we're destined to become.
Procrastinating is a form of fear, and it is difficult to acknowledge fear. But the truth is that you cannot create anything of value without both self-doubt and self-belief. Without self-doubt, you become complacent. Without self-belief, you cannot succeed.
The magic you're looking for in life is in the work you're avoiding. There's something that you know you should be doing, whether it be working on yourself, losing weight, writing something, working on your career. The magic you're looking for in life is in the work you're avoiding. Everybody wants to be a star, everybody wants success. You gotta work at it. If you really want to be successful, you have to work at it.
True change is actually not behavior change, it's not results change, it's not process change, it's identity change. And the way to being something or becoming someone is through doing something. So every time you sit down to write, every time you practice that habit, you are being a writer. Every time you play a sport, you're being an athlete. Every time you practice painting or music or whatever, you're being an artist. And habits are not only the method through which we achieve external measures of success, they are also the path through which we achieve internal change and actually become someone new. They're the path through which we forge the identity that we have, the deepest beliefs we have about ourselves, our sense of self. And so if you can change your habits, you can change your life.
The keys to success have only been two. The number one, he said, decide exactly what it is you want and write it down and make a plan to achieve it. And number two is determine the price you're going to have to pay to get it and then resolve to pay that price.